Okay, let's see here. We've got 2 points that they gave us, and they want us to find the exponential model. So reminder, an exponential model is the one that looks like a starting number times your multiplier to the power of whatever, but your exponential, the variables in the exponent. So if we have these 2 points, this is a strategy I learned once upon a time using the first point here. That would be the y150 equals, actually let me start over. A lot of times I like to use the one with the larger x on top first. So let's go with this 7 220 point first. The 220 equals, we don't know our starting number. We don't know our multiplier, and we to the power of this 220 goes with the 7. And then for the other point here, the smaller x, so it's 150 for the y equals starting number times multiplier, and the x that goes with 150 is a 6. Now, since you've done many times where you multiply or divide both sides by the same thing. So since the 150 equals this other side, those are really 2 things that are the same. So I'm going to divide both sides just the way it's set up right now. So when I divide this side, that's going to be my 22 over my 15. If you divide them both by 10, those zeros come off. And then over here, when you divide, see the a's cancel or divide out to a 1. And I just have my b to the 7th over b to the 6th, which, remember, you subtract those. So that's really just b. So I know my b right now. This b right here, that b right there, that b is my 22/15. So now what you do is, so I know this much of the equation, y equals a times 22/15 to the x. Then you take either one of the original points, your choice. I like the smaller number, or sometimes if there's any negatives, I don't like that, so I avoid those. But the smaller number, my y that I'm putting in here, this right here, I'm going to put the 150 in for the y. I still don't know my starting number a. My 22/15 is my multiplier for this entire problem, no matter what. And the x that goes with this 150 again is the 6. So now I can work this out. So I'm going to just divide both sides by this, and that'll leave my a alone. And then when I put it together with the 22/15 I found for the b, I'll have my final answer. So 150 divided by that, that's just calculator work. So I'm grabbing a calculator right now, doing 150 divided by, in parentheses, 22 over 15 itself, in parentheses, and then that fraction to the 6th power. And I'm getting something like, it's a weird number, but because that's going to be rounded off, 15.06963,483. I'm sure it keeps going. And then that's okay, because it does say round to 3 decimal places. So my final answer here for the 3 decimal places, that 6 is going to say make this go up, so that becomes a 10, which means that's a 7. So this is going to be 15.07 when I round to 3 decimal places. So my final answer, A, 15.7 times my B again was 22/15 to the x power. The model would be this right here is what I would put right there in that box. So hopefully that works. I know when I used to do this without this strategy, I saw other methods for it, but this was the one that I liked the most. So if you don't like this one, feel free to Google it, and there's other ones out there. I would Google something like, or in YouTube, find an exponential model when I know 2 points, something like that. All right, good luck.